Everyone, Ben from Small Town Life. Today I have a video for you guys. It was supposed to be filmed in my shop, but I figured it was such a nice day. It's about 0 degrees. Actually, it's probably minus 2 degrees Celsius. So it's a really nice day, and I'm just up here at the barn. And today I'm going to do a video on my axes. And I'm just going to do my routine maintenance. I'm going to sand the handles down and put a new fresh layer of boiled linseed oil on them. And then I'm also going to work on an axe that I'm restoring for my friend. But I'm going to bring you guys along, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Hey guys, so this video is going to relate pretty much any wooden handled tools. This is the routine maintenance I do. Usually do this about once a year. I mean, also depends on how much you use it. You know, you can do it every 6 months, every 3 months. It's really all depends on how much you use it. But all you're going to need is some sort of pretty coarse sandpaper. I'm using 220 grit. Don't ask why it's wet dry sandpaper. It's just the only sandpaper I had. And then obviously you're going to need some sort of oil. My preferred choice is boiled linseed oil. And then just a rag and a cup just to put your linseed oil in. It's a pretty simple process. I mean, it really depends on how much you use the tool. If there's imperfections such as scratches, dents, I mean, it's really up to you and how much you want to sand. But basically what you want to do is you want to remove all of the oil on the face of it, such as, you know, your existing boiled linseed oil layer, and also your hand oils, your body oils. Do the end grain, obviously. But when it comes to this, it's really all depends on how your tool and the shape of your tool. And you can do this to an old tool as well. You can pretty much try to bring it back to life if you wanted to. Obviously you guys can see how it's turning white. And then obviously you can do the top grain on the eye. And all you're doing in this portion is you're just removing all your body oils from, you know, obviously handling the tool. So that's pretty much one axe. That's pretty much all I want to do to it. I mean, this axe it's well taken care of, so there's not too many imperfections. I'm gonna do it for the rest of them, the 3 of them, and I'll bring you guys along for the next step. All right, guys. So I'm pretty much finishing up here on the sanding. Like I said, it really depends on how much you use the tool. I mean, probably the most likely place for you guys to have damage on your axes, if you guys don't have a neck protector on your axes, is probably the neck, obviously, because whenever you overstrike or understrike, like this obviously has some dents, but you know, you can only do so much. People always forget that, I mean, the face of an axe or any sort of tool, I mean, the face of it will accept enough oil, but really where the oil really gets soaked in is obviously the end grain, because that's where the pores are. So it's really important to sand them. Just try to get those pores open. It's pretty good. So the next step I'll bring you guys along is basically all you want to do is get a wet rag, or just a dry rag if you guys don't have the time for them to dry, and basically just try to remove all the sanding dust off these handles. Guys, so the next step, like I said, is basically just grab an old rag. Honestly, the best rags are old socks. Best thing ever, and they keep your hands warm. In this step, obviously you'll see all the dust start to come out. Obviously all you want to do is turn the sock around, so you're not just transferring all the dust. It's a really simple process. I mean, you know, when you buy a tool at a certain hardware store, you know, you don't realize, you don't take care of it. I mean, these 3 handles, I mean, I restored these axes obviously, but these 3 handles they came with varnish, obviously. Obviously the manufacturer does that just to prevent your body oils from touching the handle, and it just, you know, gives it a nicer look to some people. For me, obviously varnish is a very hard product and it's hard on your hands. Really the best material to grab onto when you're using a tool is natural wood. But it's a very simple process taking care of your tools, and honestly, if you take care of your tools, they're going to take care of you when you actually need them, which is, you know, it's so easy to take care of them. So after all the dust is removed and you're happy where your handle sits with it sanded and, you know, you got all the imperfections out, all you want to do is grab a cup. Red Solo cup always works. Grab your boiled linseed oil and don't go crazy, but fill your cup probably, you know, like maybe ½ inch. It all depends. I mean, depends how much oil you put, like that. And all you want to do is soak your rag. If you guys don't want your hands to smell like oil, put some gloves on, but I don't really mind the smell. I like the smell of boiled linseed oil. And all you want to do is basically just soak your handle with the oil, obviously. Make sure you get the end grain really well around the eye. If you guys don't know what boiled linseed oil does, it basically just preserves your handle, keeps it from shrinking, keeps it from cracking, basically just keeps the wood moisturized, I guess is a good way to put it. Because obviously as wood, you know, with temperature, it contracts and expands, and basically what the oil does, it prevents that. Well, it doesn't prevent it, but it slows it down by a lot. At least that's what I read on boiled linseed oil. I mean, everyone has a different opinion, but I have found definitely that boiled linseed oil is definitely the best product to treat any sort of handle, even flooring, hardwood, anything really. It's really good. Make sure you definitely get around the eye, because obviously that's where it really matters when it swells and shrinks. Definitely get your end grain. And if you guys are wondering why my double bit and my spinning maul, there's more of a darker color than this axe, it's because I stained them with the birch oil, birch bark oil that was extracted. Definitely do a video on that. That's a pretty cool little project. And it basically just acts like a stain, and it's also a good wood preservative. It's crazy how such a little maintenance on a tool can make it last a lifetime. And don't get me wrong, like these 3 axes here, they're all restored by me, but I mean, you can buy decent axes on the market, even at Home Depot. You just have to look. One thing you have to look for is your end grain. You know, perpendicular, not perpendicular, sorry, parallel is what you really want with your edge. So basically, if your edge is like this, obviously you want your grain to go like that. You don't want it to go perpendicular. That's a good way to put it. So basically now, after everything is oiled to your satisfaction, you basically just wait, let them dry a little bit, and then all you're going to do is take a rag again and then wipe them down, sand them if you want, and depending on how many coats you want to do, it's all up to you. Alright guys, so after you're okay with how much they've dried and how much they've absorbed, I mean, if you really oil your axes and your tools, I mean, doing this, you're not going to really see much advancement in how much oil your tool is going to take. So after it's oiled and dried to your liking, all you want to do is obviously just take a rag, remove the excess, such a beautiful day. I think it's, what is it, February 16th, 15th, not too sure on the day. And I'm in Eastern Ontario, you guys, we just got a good dumping of snow. We probably got about 4 or 5 inches of snow this morning. Beautiful day, beautiful day. And then after that, I mean, it's really up to you. If there's work to be done on your edges, I mean, you should usually do that first. But all these axes are where I want them to be with their sharpness. And then obviously, wherever you store them, try to limit how much moisture is exposed. Every time you use your axe, oil them, take care of them, keep them sharp, and they're going to take care of you. Like I said, it's a very simple process, and that's pretty much how I take care of my tools. and I store them in my house, so I don't have to worry about corrosion, unnecessary corrosion. Very simple process, guys. Anyways, leave a like, leave a comment on what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.